in this video I wanted to talk about, a melee weapon. I don't run any warriors. Pretty soon I'm going to make one. I'm going to probably run a beast warrior setup. Basically try and play it similarly to how I run my Lucky Beast Mage, but maybe use some different items. I think this weapon is going to actually be one of them. And basically it's the lovestruck melee weapon. The other lovestruck weapons, the ranged and the magic weapon, charged 392 SP. The ranged weapon is on weapon attacks to inflict bleed. It's a per hit up to 1.33, capped at 4 hits. And then the love wand, the magic version, is based on light spells casted. And so I like to use Golem's Assault from one of the old frost spells. It's a 5-hit choke spell, and so basically playing a little bit of defense with the bleed infliction, which I like to mix in offense and defense. But so this is my Lucky Beast Mage, but I'm going to try and use the actual melee weapon. There's a couple ways you can go. I'll show the first way. This one's a little bit more cheesy. I actually won't use this way, but some people might feel like it's worth it. Basically, Soul Neko inflicts bleed based on pet and guest attacks. So just as a thing, so here I have melee weapon here. So let's see what kind of bleed we can get. So the bleeding is 0.101 in this case. I think that's a little low. But basically, what you would do here is you would utilize celerity. Come on. And then you would use your little clone pet, hold your melee weapon on the second round, because what you're going to do first is inflict bleed. So now we have bleed. Let's see, it's up to 651, and now you're going to hold your melee weapon, and then so that's that route. If you don't want to do celerity and attack with a bleed weapon, you could probably just as a mage, you can cast a spell that has bleed in it. Sorter's Promise has bleed. I don't know that it has enough bleed on one cast to max this strategy, but I'm pretty sure that 74th Law does. But you could cast a spell while wielding your melee weapon, and then you're going to have the bleed here, and then the clone will go and it'll actually introduce the effect, which eats bleed and gives up to a cap of, eats up to 200% bleed, I think, and it gives you 3 rounds of 117 strength and luck. So it's very similar to the Tenebrofage weapon, which eats panic and gives you, like, I think about 117 strength and intelligence, I think. So it works the same way. So it's kind of a cheesy way to give yourself an int boost. And even though you're a mage, you can use it. So the value of that is this. And it's pretty simple. So Soul Neko has a luck toggle that's plus 50, and then typically if you're using resource heals, you're going to be using optical, that's another 50. So we're up to 350 luck. Well, then I also have 117, so I have 467 luck. That's pretty crazy. There's still plenty of bleed. I could probably eat, this is not even if any more bleed is added onto it. I could probably do this 1 or 2 more times, and it'll 117 is the cap. It'll just add rounds. It'll go like maybe go to 5 and then 7 and stuff like that, because the player's turn takes a round off. But I mean, you can come back in and just do this. I guess I could wield Foam Finger. I don't have it with me now. But if you're using Soul Neko, you're basically going to be at 467 luck, and then to see the results of the heal here, let's see if we can get a good number here. 1200 MP right there. So what you can do, you can continue to stack it if you want to. Let's do this. We'll just do celerity, and then let's go ahead and I'll just do more bleed. And then I'm gonna go ahead and actually wield this. Now what's kind of cool about this is that strength boost and luck boost happens before the weapon lands. So you get that boost before the weapon lands. So basically it's not a complete waste to actually swing this. As you're going to be able to see, I'll probably land some hits here. There's 124 and then miss the second one. It's not the most damaging thing, but I feel like that the 117 luck might be worth doing the heals here. Figures. I'll run a couple other pets here just for the sake of it, just so you can get an idea of what we're talking about here. And this is probably not the best one, actually. This guy has a chi barrier. Hopefully I won't have to flee 15 times. Alright, let's see what we get. Shadow Rock. Alright, so let's see here. Let's do Plush Mort this time. So in this case, let's see here. Let's go the Eclipse Staff. So inflict bleed. Might not have enough bleed there, let's see, but let's do this. Let's see what kind of. So this time at 64, there wasn't enough bleed there, but that's a 605 that time. SP heal. This is pretty much perpetuating. Here, let's just go ahead and make sure I get plenty of bleed. Still have this 64 boost here. It's almost 500 SP that time. You don't even have to land your hits. I can maybe miss both of these. Miss, only 49. So we got 117 for 5 rounds. So we have Plush Morts up over 500. And like I said, by being able to heal so much, you can make basically self-sustain these ideas. I'm going to actually use Cataclysm here. So we basically have double damage with Lucky Strike potential. I'm going to actually use this so I can get guarantee. Actually, I think I wasted my Cataclysm here. Let's see. I think it'll stay for the. Alright, let's see what Plush Mort's got. 950. That was 258. So as you can see, there's some pretty good little interactions there. So I'm taking some of these ideas and just stacking them. This time let's switch it over to MP heal since that's getting low. So we have, let's see, 74 point. Go back to this guy. Let's see what Mosquito's got for us. 1,000 MP heal. Having that luck boost with Optico can be beneficial. So to me, I would use the weapon just to boost my pet heals, honestly. And then if you wanted to run a beast warrior, basically not using booster pet and guess, but actually using pet, normal pets. This is the route that I would go, and using the melee weapon would make more sense, right? So we'll just do this one more battle here. All right, what am I thinking here? Okay, so I could have had Foam Finger, and we would probably really see some crazy numbers, or even some Elevons, some wind Elevons, along with this boosted amount of luck. Now keep in mind, player celerity fuels Optico to give you guaranteed pet lucky strikes on that first turn. It just drops, so instead of ×6 for 2 turns, you get ×11 for 1 turn. And I've shown ways around that. You can use Slaymore on a celerity. So here we go there, and then this should be enough. Probably even land hits here. Not too bad. So we have 117. So there's 800 MP heal the first time. So there should be enough actual SP regeneration just to rinse and repeat. If you just wanted to have whatever resource you wanted with some of these pets. I'm going to go ahead and do this again. Let's see what Mosquito has for us. That would have been a pretty large heal, 82 and 76. That's going to be, I guess, let's see, ×4 modified by 130 wind resistance. So as you can see, it's a melee weapon used on a mage build to boost your luck. With the intent of that, you could use it as damaging pets if you were going to go for like I think Lunar Wood Dragon has increased lucky strike damage, I think, on its attacks. So that would be a way that you could increase its overall damage. I just didn't show that here. I'm going to probably utilize this strategy on my Beast Warrior whenever I build that out, which should be here in the next few days. But that's it. It's just one way to use. Basically, it's kind of like multi-malls melee, but you're using it on a mage build to boost your spells. Here, you're kind of using it on a mage beast build. You could use it on a beast ranger too, just to boost your resource heals or your pet damage because of the luck increase that it provides. Thank you.